please state your name and today's date for the camera?
Johnathon Hugo, November 27th, 1983.
Now read the statement.
I, Johnathon Hugo, agree that everything I say are entirely my words and nothing but the truth. I do know my Miranda rights, and I give my consent for this tape to be used in any sort of legal prosecution or investigation.
Thank you. Looking a little nervous there, bud. Everything all right?
Yeah. Can we just start?
Okay. Can you tell me where you were on November 18th at 4 p.m.?
On November 18th at 4 p.m., I was at work.
You're gonna have to be far more specific than that.
On floor number 15 of the building? But I swear to God it wasn't me.
You know, funny enough, a lot of people who commit crimes say that exact same
Okay, sure,
sentence.
but I mean it.
Really? Okay. Tell me something that proves that you were not at the crime scene when it went down. You can just tell me and then I'll take your name off the suspect list. It'll all be over. You'll be free from the law.
I don't know if I should say.
Suit yourself.
Hey, what do you mean would not do well in jail?
It
Why
seems
did
to
you write that?
It seems to speak for itself, doesn't it?
Okay, fine. But you have to promise not to tell anybody. Pinky promise?
Are you...
Okay, and this can't get out, but I was at an earwax gathering with two of my coworkers.
Whoa, okay, a lot of questions. Question number one, what is an earwax gathering?
An earwax gathering, or more commonly known as an earwax party, is where you take the earwax out of somebody's ear, lick it, and then French kiss them.
Oh my God.
No, I know, it's gross, I know.
Why?
In a world where we're all forced to be pencil pushers in walking suits, it's the only time I feel like myself. It's real, it's raw, it's the only time I feel free.
And that's all caused by licking earwax. Okay. Who are you with?
Bethany Frost and Javier Lang.
Were they other sales assistants? I mean, how did nobody notice?
No, gross. That would be like incest. Bethany works in HR, and Javier is Mr. Rockwell's secretary.
Why would that be like incest?
Well, I mean, all the sales assistants are like super close. We're like our own little club. We have our private meetings, we all hang out after work, you know, the whole 9 yards. So, am I off the hook?
I mean, you could all be lying to get each other off the hook yourselves, but, for now, yeah, checks out.
Oh my goodness. Oh, thank God. Oh, I was so worried you weren't going to take my alibi. And I feel so much better now that I'm safe. And this case is so serious, and this room is so scary. And do you do that on purpose?
Look, man, I'm just going to ask you a couple more questions, okay?
Yeah.
So, these sales assistants are close.
Yeah, very.
Then what can you tell me about Lily Recton?
Well, Lily Recton, very dedicated worker. She's always working long overtime hours to look good for the bosses.
Got it. Brown.
Yeah, kind of brown-noser. You know, she'd do anything to impress the bosses.
Okay, what about her relationship with Adam?
They were close. Probably the closest in our group. Well, I mean, they were.
What do you mean were?
When Adam got the promotion, Lily was destroyed. I mean, she was up for that same job, and she had been working here far longer. And Adam just kind of swooped in and took it. And she wasn't mad at him, per se. It was the company's fault. But sort of seeing what she could have had filled her with this jealous rage. It got to the point where if we were all hanging out and Adam was coming, she wouldn't. Eventually she stopped hanging out with us altogether.
So, she lost her job and her friends.
Rough week.
Yeah, it was rough. For a while. And then about a week before Adam died, she got the same promotion. And I mean the same promotion. Like same cubicle and everything. It was weird. We thought they might make up after that, but it really just drove them further apart.
Okay.
And, what do you know about this guy, Mr. Rockwall?
Why is that funny?
I mean, no one knows anything about Mr. Rockwall.
What do you mean?
I mean, the guy's mysterious. He's always wearing these, like, long black trench coats, and he talks like a crazy person.
How do you mean?
Okay, so last week, I was going to the water fountain, right? And he's there. And I say, excuse me, are you in line? And he says, isn't life just one long line? Everybody waiting for death? And I was like, what the fuck, man? Just let me fill my cup.
Interesting.
And there's all these crazy rumors about him, like, you know, he lives alone with 30 bats, or he killed his wife and sleeps with her corpse, or, you know, he was like 20 minutes late to work last week, and everybody just starts whispering about how he finally figured out his immortality potion, and he plans to work at the company forever.
Got it.
Company oddball.
Yeah, to say the least. It's just gotten to the point where no one knows what's real and what's rumors. Everyone's constantly on edge around him.
Okay. One last question. Do you remember any reason that people might be particularly excited November 4th?
Miss Marley got us all something.
What? Don't you remember?
Just some corporate BS, probably.
Okay. You're free to go. What?
What are you going to do with the footage?
That goes in the case file.
Which you keep where?
In the records room.
Okay, and who has access to that?
Anybody who works here. Yes, Hugo.
My cousin works here.
So?
Well, I don't want him to be able to see all my whole thing with the...
Dude, who cares?
I care. It's very personal to me.
Look, it's evidence. I'm not deleting it, okay?
Please,
No,
please
Mr.
delete
Hugo,
it.
I am asking you nicely to leave. Now. It is evidence. It will not leave the precinct, and I will not delete it.
Okay, fine. You win. Don't delete it. Just getting out of my chair. Just walking to the door to leave like you asked me to. Just opening the...
Hugo, no!
Come on, please!
Hugo!